Hi crafters, how are you today? And welcome to the Picture to Page online show brought to you by From Picture to Page and Beyond craft shows, nurturing your creativity and with in-person and online events. I'm Jenny Sokolidis. The P2P Craft online show includes lots of fantastic crafters and demonstrators with our talented crafters and retailers. For all your details, as well as sneak peeks of the demonstrations that were coming tomorrow and today, head over to the Picture to Page website from picture2page and beyond.com.au. While you're there, you can get up to date information with the upcoming in-person craft shows and join our mailing list so you can be the very first person to get the information on our updates, along with some special features that are only offered to our mailing list community. Now, whether you are watching us live or catching up on the replay, we would love to know you're there. So pop in the comments and say hello, like Michelle and Alana and Elizabeth. Okay, we also do our best to, so don't forget to ask some questions. We'll do our best to answer those questions today, or our demonstrators will come in and answer when they can. Okay, all right. Don't forget to pop in if you're watching this on the replay and say hello or ask any questions as well. And if we don't get to your questions, we will get to them after the live. Now, I would love to answer. Start again. I would love to welcome Michelle from Mixed Media Art, who is in her other role today. Okay. Hi, Michelle, how are you?
Hi, everyone.
Okay, I think,
Can you hear me okay?
yeah, I can hear you okay. And Michelle, you're on the other side of the camera now, just like me before. So, how are we going? What have we got to show today? What are you showing us?
Oh, we're going okay. Yes, I'm wearing my mixed media art hat, and I realise that we're all working on the same network. So let's hope we don't completely freeze up and we work okay. And it's also really, really windy here and a rain. So we will see how we go.
Yeah, you're a bit static, but your voice is coming through well. So,
Okay, I could try to get off the network, but I'm worried we're going to lose it. So I might have to ring when we change cameras. I'll go on to 5G and see if that helps.
okay.
So today I'm going to play with a new range of products. I went to the Craft and Hobby Show, the Creativation, in March, and saw a fantastic range of products that I really did fall in love with, and that's the 49 and Market Gardenia Spectral range. And I loved it because it's colourful, but it's also very grungy. So something a little bit different, not too pretty, but something that's very, very versatile. So I'm looking forward to playing with that.
I'm looking forward to see what you make us today.
Excellent. Well, let's jump in and I will see if I can get this camera to work properly.
Okay, no worries. I'll just take you off screen, and then if you change your camera around, okay? Okay, can't wait to see what Michelle has with the 49 and Market range. She has them for 20% off until Sunday next week. So that's Sunday the 13th. So she'll have the 20% off that 49 and Market range. And it is very colourful. And got Michelle. And she's just getting ready. She's ready to go. So I'm going to put you on to Michelle now. There you go, Michelle.
Excellent. Thanks, everyone. Now, hopefully, that is going to work okay. I've got back onto the internet rather than our Wi Fi. It's always a bit challenging here. So, what I am going to do today, so Jenny, you let me know if you can see okay,
Yep.
is we're going to play, like I said, with this Spectrum Gardenia. So, there is a huge range of products, and whether you're a scrapbooker or a card maker or an art journal, there's just so much to play with. So I'm going to do a little bit of a demonstration. Then if you've got time, I'll bring you through the whole range. But before I forget, I'll mention my special now and then again at the end. So for those of you that want to hop onto our website, the links with the video, we've now got 20% off all of our 49er market range and all of our Art by Marlene range as well. So there are limited supplies, so we'll be first in, best dressed, but we will be having 20% off everything that you see today. So like I said, I love this range because it was colourful, but it was also grungy. Sometimes things can be just a little bit too pretty. So the first things, oh, where do I even start? So there's just so much in this range. We've got transfers and a whole heap of really lovely colourful rub-ons. There's laser cut elements. Great because there's no fussy cutting involved. They're already ready to pop out. And I would certainly suggest when you get these, I mean, you might want some scissors just to help, is rather than keep it all together, is to actually pull all the bits out and have them ready to go, because sometimes we don't see them the same when they're still in their pages. We see them as a complete page rather than all the different elements and how we could use them. So again, it's kind of against my thinking of pulling everything out of its original packaging. But if we do that, suddenly we can see that quite differently than we could see it sitting in the page. So they'll come out as well. So this is the, this is the Essentials set. So there's all sorts. And when I pulled it out of the page, I realized that when you turn it over the back, you also get another whole heap of bits and pieces there. So things you do have to fussy cut those, but all the rest are ready to pull out. So you can just punch those out. And I really would, again, that's me being a bit fussy, is just to get the scissors and take those little bits off.
Yes.
Or even sand them with the new Tim Holtz sander. I don't have that at hand, but that's something to do. So I've got these bits to play with. Like I said, there's tickets, ticket stubs. And again, you can see all the gorgeous colours. So one of the other things, because we always like things to match, is I did some colour swatching to find the inks that matched. So these are the ones that I've decided are the best match for these. So I've got a leaf green, the bright tangelo, the vermilion, the vibrant fuchsia, the majestic violet, and the forget-me-not. Now in mixed media, there's not many rules, only guidelines, but I love using the archival inks because then I know when I use them down the back, if I put something on top that's a wet medium or adhesive, they won't run. I know that they will be still and that we won't have to worry about them moving. So that's why I love the little ones, because you get a whole heap of colours and then have so much fun with them. The other things in this range is there's some gorgeous tape. So some tape that's already like stamps. So that's really fun. Perforated. There's another set of washi tape that comes in the big box. And again, they've really thought about this. There's a little cutter that you can put on to trim. Again, I'm not sure I'd be trimming washi tape. And it comes with this huge roll. Again, just the gorgeous colours in that beautiful washi tape, and it's slightly see-through. So again, it helps show you layers, as well as some more edging, some colours, some beautiful stripes. There's, where's the other ones? These, so washi tape stickers. So again, who would think you could combine washi tape and stickers? So again, gorgeous little delicate ones in all different colours, but these ones are already cut and ready to peel. So again, it makes it so easy to add embellishments to your cards, to whatever it might be. They are ready to go. And there's a whole heap of other things in this range as well, but let's actually play with something. So underneath here somewhere, this is what always happens, is this really cute little spiral note book set. So it comes with two different sizes. It comes with the larger one and the smaller one. And I'll show you the smaller one first. So again, it's got all those beautiful colours, and you can see how my inks will just match perfectly with those. And then it's got page. So we've got tabs, we've got some boundaries, we've got the colours there. So we don't have to be worried about the blank page. We've got a gorgeous circle, we've got some lines around it, got it then in blue, in the green, and in the orange, and the red. So I was going to have a play with the larger one today. And again, similarly has pages in each colour. So we've got the pink, the purple, the blue, and you can see how this just makes it so easy to get started because we've got something there. So I'm going to play with the purple page today.
Fantastic.
Purple is one of our favourite colours here at Mixed Media. So the first thing I want to do, I've already got a bit of colour down, is I want to start with some stamping. So I'm going to use our Vicky P Create Happiness stamping range. So we've got some stamps there. I'm going to grab just some words, pop it onto a stamp block, and using our purple. Now I also wanted to get some scrap paper so that I can go over the edge. You've got to make sure when you're doing art journaling, it's not like card making where you want it to sit in the middle. You want to make sure that your design does go out over the edge because that creates interest as well. Now again, the great thing about this is we can stamp it once and then we can lift it up and stamp again, so we get a bit of a ghost print, and it gives, like, it might be a bit hard to see, but just that really faint little impression. Move that over because I want to stamp right in near the spine. So I'm going to ink it up again, stamp, stamp again, and you can see how I'm starting to create a bit of a horizon across this page. So we'll move it across so we can stamp the other way. So we want it here and here, and then maybe we'll even get a third one out of it. So there you go. I've already got some real interest in a page, a little bit of stamping. The next thing I want to do is a little bit of stenciling. So I've grabbed a whole heap. This is, a few of these are my real favourites. These are, again, the Vicky P collection. Look at, you can see how dirty these are, so at least it makes it easy to see. This is the different book fonts. This is a gorgeous travel one. I like that. One of my absolute favourites would have to be this numbers and letters one. I just use this so often. Now what I'm thinking with this is we might not want it too dark. We've seen lots of stenciling today, a lot of through with paints. I like to use inks for these sorts of art journals because I find it just easier to apply. I don't always have the patience to go steady. And by using one of the Tim Holtz applicators and one of the sponges that we store in the back of each ink, that makes it really easy to be able to find your sponge. So again, you don't need to be quite as delicate when you're sponging with inks. It doesn't tend to seep as much as the paint will. But again, this gives you a very translucent stenciling. So if you wanted something more solid, then painting would be a good way to go as well. Again, no right or wrongs with art journaling, just your preference. How's that looking? Oh yeah, we've got a bit of something interesting happening there. I'm going to move it over and down. So I'm trying not to create any pattern. I don't want to make it obvious as to what I'm trying to achieve. I want people to be able to look at it and go, oh, is that a number? Is that a letter? You know, we're not quite sure what's happening there. So we've already got the 5 there, so I don't really want to repeat that 5 because, again, that'll really stand out. Our eyes tend to look for things that are similar. So we've got that, add a little bit more over here. And then we start thinking about composition. So I once had someone ask me, you know, do I have a plan for my art journaling before I get started? And often I don't. I find that it's better just to have a few rules, stick with those, and then see what it comes up, rather than, you know, being worried about what it's going to look like and then be disappointed. So here we're just playing, you know. So we've done some stamping, we've done some stenciling. So now let's use some of these really fun things. Now I do love these little stamps. I think I'm going to stick it right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we want an odd number. So I could probably tear it, but I'm worried that I might not tear it properly. So there we go. Stick that on. And how's that for adding just that little bit of interest before we've hardly even begun? Very cute. Now we've got one which has all the colours on it as well. So again, we might start here and get to about there. Tear it off. Start across here. And there we go. And that allows us to start segmenting our page as well. So we're creating a horizon through here and then a focal point sort of in this area here. So what else have we got with this tape? This one's got some butterflies on it. Where did the other one go? Oh, these ones, that's what I'm looking for. So again, you can just build up layers. Now, do I want to match or do I not want to match? That's what I get to decide now. So maybe I can overlap this a little bit. There we go. Yeah, and washi tape is such an easy way to add interest, to create some focal points. And this is a fun little one. This is just straight stripes. So, I mean, who doesn't like stripes? Don't really want the non-torn edge on it, so I'll give that a bit of a tear. And put that there just to break up that line a little bit. And do the same over here. Okay, so which way do I want to jump now? I've got a few little elements. Now I'm also, like I said, with a little bit of time, trimming these. And one of the things we've learned from our paper tolling friends is to just take that edge off so it doesn't look like we've just stuck it on. So again, using the little sponge, and this is the potting soil or a sepia, is to just go around and take that edge off. It's really subtle, but quite often it is sort of something that will tell you the difference between someone who's just starting out and someone who's worked on things a bit longer, is just taking that white edge off. You could also run around it with a marker, even just a black pencil. So there we go. You can see now just the difference between having sort of the white edge and then just that tiny little bit of a sepia edge around it. You could also use black, but again, that can be very dark and heavy. And since we're using things with a bit of colour here, I'd avoid for this part of it. Okay, so I've got that, I've got that. What else have we got to play with? We said there's just so much in this collection. Oh, I had some rub-ons. Did I mention rub-ons? Now, what do I want? What do I want? Good question. Now, I'm worried if I put purple on purple, I mightn't have enough contrast there. So maybe, since I've used a bit of pink in the background, I can go back and grab the pink one. Yeah. And if you want to be more courageous with your colour choices, like I think Jenny mentioned, you can use your Sarah colour box, so you can choose some colours. So just re-ink the edge of that. Like I said, nothing here will get wasted. All the packaging will be kept. We'll be able to cut it up to smaller and smaller pieces.
It's looking good, Michelle.
Thank you. Okay, so how does that look? So that almost looks a little bright, but maybe not the end of the world. So let's rub this on separately. Again, all the little rub-on sets come with a very cute little applicator. I've just got some old cardboard here. Can you see that okay? So I've cut this out before from the purple sheet, sticking it down and just giving it a really good rub. I'm just so excited that these rub-ons have come back in. I remember having them as a child and they were just so exciting. Actually, I used to get quite frustrated with them because I was not very good at being patient and making sure I had them all rubbed off. But I remember Dad bringing home some ones that were like Goofy and other Disney characters. So again, just lift it up really carefully. If it feels like you haven't quite got it, just go back. They're pretty forgiving. You just need to be patient. And then the thing that I'll do once I've done it is just rub it with the back of my finger. So you can see there, you can sort of see where it is. There's still a bit of white, but I've tried to cut it quite close. So that, again, that's what's great about rub-ons as opposed to the elements, is that you really don't have to worry about the edges of it. So, okay, so I'm kind of liking that. I'm wondering what else I could add. Am I getting to the point where I'm adding too much? Is that possible? Some of these, this has also got some sayings in it as well. So whether something like that would look better.
This collection has everything.
It has little bits of everything. That's why it gives you so many different ideas. So yeah, whether something like that would look better. See, I've got whether I do that and do this. Again, we don't want to overthink it. What if we just stick that? Now that's just a sticker, so that isn't quite as transparent as the rub-ons, but still, we could do something like that. Okay, how are we going for time? We're doing okay. So
You've
before
got,
that down,
you've got about 9 minutes left.
excellent. I might just pop this down here first. So like I said, we've got 20% off this collection right through until next Sunday. We ship across Australia. We will also be at Paperific at the end of August, and then of course back to From Picture to Page at Sandown in October. So there's plenty of chances to catch up with us. We've also got a shop in Mount Waverley. We're open Mondays, Thursdays, Fridays, but please give me a call and or check out the website. I get all sorts of calls asking for all sorts of weird and wonderful art products that we just don't stock. But those that you know us know that we specialise in gel printing and art journaling and bookmaking. And then, of course, all those things can be used in scrapbooking and card making as well. Now, I've done a really good job. I've got this relatively stuck. Okay, I don't think I've quite got that. Okay, this is interesting. Again, this is where it's just so important to really understand how your ducks work. There we go. So that's quite subtle. So I think you do need to consider what you've got in the background for that. So again, we're going to pop this on. Now, normally the absolute favourite thing for collaging would be the Crafters Workshop matte gel medium. I love it because it dries clear and it's not shiny. So particularly if you had a rub-on and you didn't like that it had some shine in it, I mean, that's not too bad. You can always put some matte medium over the top and that'll take it off. But I think since this is more of a notebook, I'm going to just use the double-sided tape that I had grabbed earlier. So I think that might just be something. Again, it just goes to show how sometimes our art doesn't have to be complicated. We could just throw a few things together. I haven't used any paints. I've used some inks. Look, if I wanted to put paint over, I know I could. We've just got some inks. We've got all the little colours that just match what we're working on. So it really makes it forgiving because it's not going to stand out and be in your face. It's going to be quite subtle. So there we go. We've got this bit. Did I want it there? Well, guess what? That's where it's going. Again, that's the problem with double-sided tape. Once it's down, it's down. So once I've done this, I'll show you some of the other things that are in the range. There's just so much. But again, it's great because it all mix and matches. The colours are all working in together. And then the last thing, I'm going to put this on. Sorry, Jenny, what was that?
I said I love it. It's lovely. It's great. It's fantastic, Michelle.
Not bad for a, we won't say last minute, but we could. So again, I just love this matte medium. I'm just going to use a little bit of that. You can see it's just kind of a thick paste. And that'll just help me make sure that's secure. There we go. And the last thing, once that's dry, is, so we also stock the Life of Colour paint pens. They've just been revolutionary for those of you that are always looking for good black and white and coloured markers as well, and metallic markers, I should say. They've got this really cool set of chromes, mirror effect, and they're just amazing. They always want to make sure you've given them a really big shake. Yep. And again, the black ones as well, they come in 2 different sizes. I do have white ones, but I don't know where I've put them, so we won't worry about those for now. Let me get that out of the way. And so what we can do here is just add a few little doodles. So sometimes we can see something in the background that we might want to duplicate, or it might even be actually with some gold. Picking up, oops, let's get some scrap paper. So just adding, a few little dots here. Sometimes this can be my favourite part, is just looking at what might be needed, adding a few interesting things, some lines, some dots. And it's just always nice, I'm not sure whether you can see that, but just can see how that gold just really does sit on top. It's got quite a shine to it. So then we might also, like we said, we can see we've got some splatter here in the background. So I could sort of make a puddle and splatter it, but again, sometimes that's hard to control. So we can always just do a bit of controlled splatter by adding a few little dots and doing something similar down here as well. It's interesting how splatter and that sort of thing can just really tie your work together because it helps pull these different elements together. Now that also is just going to take a little bit to dry as well, so I definitely would not want to close that up. I can see it sitting on the washi tape there, so. And I don't know, does it need something else? When do you know when to stop? Who knows? So I still might, oh, I'm really tempted. Should I, shouldn't I? This is where I'd normally take a photo, so if I've decided I won't do it again, I can always.
Yes, well, photos are always good, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. You can at least then put the non-sport one on.
Exactly.
On
Now, does it need
Facebook.
anything more?
There
Maybe
we
I need to see a picture.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. That just helps lift up that. You know, it doesn't need anywhere else. You might consider, and I'd probably use something a bit lighter, but just helping put a bit of a shadow behind this to help it again sit up. Just give it the illusion. And the great thing about shadows, it really does take your craft more to artwork. There we go. So you can see that's quite wet. I'm going to let that to dry. So we talked about the stamping, about the stenciling, about the gorgeous fun washi tape. So this comes in a huge set. So it's got the big roll, the medium size rolls, and another roll that I've now put somewhere. Was that it? No, there was that one. No, that was separate. I don't know. Anyway, so there's a whole heap of those. Like I said, it just goes on and on. Oh, that was the other one. You got washi stickers. You've got your rub-ons. You've got your notebooks. So some of the other things in the set. So there's actually 2 sets of washi stickers. So this is the botanicals one, but then this is also a straight butterfly set. So for those of you that are butterfly lovers, gorgeous set. Again, same colour range. In addition to these postage, we've got this one as well. So in similar colours. We've then got some gorgeous fabric tape. So again, 4 rolls in a big set. That comes with a cutter as well. So the rub-ons come in a pack. So there's one for each colour. So purple page, pink, red, orange, and green. But also that's that set, and then it comes in a set with leaves and then a set with some other features as well. So some words, some scribbles, some different bits and pieces. So again, a gorgeous way to add some layering in your work without having that solidness to it. We've got some fun little tag sets that have already got their own ready to go. Gorgeous bubbles and baubles. I mean, who doesn't like those? That's just a gorgeous way for putting those little embellishments on your cards. Some fun little file sets so you can create pockets in your work and then draw pictures or some hidden doodling on that. So again, a nice little set there. More ephemera bits. So again, it just goes on and on. There's, I don't know how many pieces in this pack. It says 150, 145. So you're certainly going to be using that for a while. So again, same colour ranges, but a few different little things there. Again, one of my favourites, who doesn't love a card kit? So this comes with envelopes, the cards that already had their backing, the background partly done. So you could just leave it like that, or you can add on some rub-ons and some little stickers. There's more chipboard sets. So again, that's 58 pieces die cut to help. Now these do come with the white edge. I know some people like them, some people don't. I would tend to trim them, or like we said, using the laser cut ones because they don't have the edge on them. Speaking of laser cuts, not only does it come in this essentials, but there's also a florals pack. So this has got 71 different florals. And again, from the purples, blues, oranges, and pinks and reds. And then for those butterfly lovers, a butterfly set.
Fantastic.
89 butterflies. And then, like I said, then you've got all these bits in the cover that you can play with as well. And then last but certainly not least is, there's a couple of packs, oh, here's the other one, of cards. So this has got 28 sheets, 3 lots of 9 double-sided cards. So this is a 6-inch by 8-inch. This would make a gorgeous start to a journal using the disc bound series. You can make it as card fronts, again as journaling pockets. Just so much fun and lots of ideas there. So I hope that's some ideas of things you can do. A little bit of art journaling. It doesn't have to be simple. You can just use, use your card making techniques and create a really nice little journal and put it together like that.
Fantastic,
So like
Michelle.
I said,
That's
before
wonderful.
I forget, thank you. We've got our sale on, so 20% off all the 49er Market and our whole Art by Marlene range until next Sunday.
Fantastic. All right, Michelle, I'll get you to change your phone around and we'll invite you back again, okay?
Okay.
Host. Now, that was amazing what Michelle made with all those just on the spot, no, just had those pieces of paraphernalia and just made something out of pretty much nothing. It was amazing. She used ghost stamping, she did stenciling, washi tape, building up layers, and also used all the different washi tapes and that. Fantastic. All right, I think Michelle is ready to come back on now, so I've just swap it over. Hey, Michelle, that was fantastic. I really loved that. I
Oh,
love that
thank you so much.
range.
And thank you to the Melbourne weather gods for waiting not to blow the roof off or to rain. We got to the end of this session, so that was good.
Oh, good. Yeah. We didn't hear any of the wind or anything, so.
Just crazy. So if there are any questions, pop them in the comments and I'll come back and follow them up. Like we said, we're not running classes in our Mount Waverley studio at the moment, but you can see us at Paperific at the end of August. We'll be doing a free make and take featuring our template and our gorgeous transfers that I might be playing with tomorrow. And then, of course, we'll be back at From Picture to Page and Sandown in October.
Fantastic. Can't wait to see you there. Hey, anything else you want to tell us besides?
Decide I've done too much talking today? No, I don't think so. So like I said, our website's always open. We ship across Australia. And if you want to pop into the store Mondays, Thursdays and Fridays, just give me a call or you can always place your order and come and pick it up.
Okay, no problem. All right, thanks, Michelle. We'll see you on this side of the camera very shortly. Bye.
Excellent. Thanks, everyone.
Well, that was fantastic. Thank you very much, Michelle, and her fun demonstration from the 49 and market range. Oh, amazing, amazing. And we'd just like to thank you, our Papercraft community, our P2P community, for joining us today. We still have one more session on today, plus tomorrow. So don't forget to stay tuned. We'd also don't forget to leave comments. Michelle will answer any comments you put in the comment boxes. And if you want to share these videos, we're more than happy for you to do that. And also don't forget to share your creations on the Papercraft Posse group. As I said, there's more sessions coming up, so make sure you tune in for those. You can go over to our website from picture to page and beyond.com.au to find those, what's happening today and tomorrow. And then don't forget to catch up on what's happening with the October show at Sandown and also join our mailing list. Okay, thank you for joining us once again, and that's all from me today. Thank you. Bye.